Hi, welcome to this video. I'm Dan. Apologies for the aspect ratios of this and for the sound quality. I'm using my Nexus 7 to record this on, and the built-in microphone isn't broadcast quality, which normally is something that bothers me, but in this case all my cameras and equipment are laid out on this table and I'm doing a response. Basically, Roland got in touch and he wanted to know about how my camera was mounted for a driving video and the camera that I was using. So this is a video responding. Now firstly, before I do absolutely anything else, I want to say, if you are driving, don't let any piece of electronic equipment or anything else distract you from driving. Once you set up your piece of equipment, let it roll. Don't interfere, don't adjust the shot. If you do need to, pull over. Safety first. No one would feel worse than causing an accident just for a video. It's not that important. If you want to reshoot, drive back to where you've just come from and do it again, if it's really that important to you. I missed a whole section of a whole town yesterday, but I couldn't be bothered to drive back. I'm sorry to the people of there, I'm not sure that they're that bothered. Okay, so on to the case in hand. The mount and the camera. So, this is the camera that I shot it on. This is a Panasonic HX DC1. They're now up to the DC3. There's also a waterproof version and a higher def one as well. It's a great camera. Shoots up to 60 frames and is full HD, which is marvellous, and also you can do stills on it. The mount that I used is here. Doesn't look a lot, does it? Okay, so it's a £9 mount from Amazon. There were lots of various expense ones which were all pretty much similar. There are more expensive ones which have different joints, which mean the camera mounts in a certain way and so on, but I just went for this because I thought, well, let's try it, see if it works. It's fairly light in its construction, lightweight plastic and a bit of metal at the end, probably aluminium, and it's got the sucker pad at one end. So just walking through this, you've got the sucker, as I've said, and then you've got the traditional plunger. Pulls away from the glass as you've pushed into it, increasing the pressure behind it to make sure that it's mounted, creating that bubble. Moving further along, you've gone into the first bit of metal which holds the ball joint for the actual mount for the camera itself, the screw mount, and underneath is a little screw that goes in to tighten into the ball to restrict its movement so you've got your position. So, as I said, there are more expensive ones and they work in different ways, and some are worth the money and some aren't. I wanted to try one just to see if it worked, and if it did, I'd probably get a more expensive one. However, I've just stuck with this one. In fact, I might get another one of these, because whilst most people think, oh, something this small is good for a flip cam or a little one of these or a little compact digital camera, well actually you're wrong, because here's my DSLR. This mounts perfectly well on this. It has no issues whatsoever. But what I will say is, when you mount it to your windshield, make sure it's a clean piece of glass, so that when you do put it up against it and you close it, there's a good vacuum behind, and adjust the ball joint, and then Bob's your uncle, you've got your camera mounted. What you find is a lot of windshields are at that kind of angle, and so you'll find your camera, if you've got one of these or a DSLR, will be pointing up at the sky or even into your headlining, which wouldn't be too good. So what I do is I turn mine upside down so I can then angle backwards, as you'll see there, and then if we say that it's mounted, you can see that with the windshield angle here, my camera is perfectly horizontal. Now what does happen is that with this smaller camera you do get a little bit of shake, like that. So it's bound to happen, and what you can do is use either electrical tape or something similar to that to make sure it doesn't happen. Or you can use the top of the cowling of your panel of your steering section, what do you call it, the display area, you know, where you've got all the dials and everything, and use that and just basically rest it down onto that, not onto the middle where it's going to obstruct your vision, but just onto the side, and you'll find that will reduce the amount of rocking and rolling from there. I specifically do that with this camera it being heavier, it's better with the mount as well, because the other one's quite light, it has a bit of movement. And then I'll go into YouTube and use the smoothing facility. But on this, resting it like that onto a piece of a dashboard, whether it's driver side or passenger side, doesn't matter. Run it about 18mm, so it's nice and wide angle. That gives a very stable picture, and in fact the video that I've just uploaded to YouTube, which will be previous to this one, is using this camera. If you decide to do shots within the car itself, what you can do is put it on the side window, over shoulder shot of the cowl of the displays, see what speed you're doing and stuff like that. Do not speed, drive sensibly, people. And the other thing you can do is shoot into the car from the rear window. My trip around Europe, I did that, and I also recorded little pieces of camera by doing that, mounting it to one window on one side of the car and talking from the other. So anyway, Roland, hope that answers the question. Amazon is where I got mine. I'm sure that in other territories you can buy them from stores anyway. And there are professional solutions, but this is just for a bit of fun, and I hope that was a helpful video. If you want to get in touch, @DanGoldMedia on Twitter, or post us a response video here on YouTube.